Hi, this is Howie. In this video, we're going to be working on precision. This will come in handy for those types of problems where estimation or a graph doesn't give you the exact answer that the problem requires. Let's stop at the gas station for an example. I'm filling up my car. You can see the cost at the top and the number of gallons at the bottom. My car was at empty. It will require 23 gallons of gas to fill it up. I wonder how much it will cost. Let's freeze the pump right here. We can use this information to help us figure out the cost. 5 gallons of gas costs $18. Let's put that information in a table. A table is a great place to organize our thinking and analyze the mathematical relationships. I've labeled the table with gallons on the left side and cost on the right side. Let's add the information that we know. 5 gallons costs $18. Because the numbers on the gas pump are moving at a constant rate, we can use this relationship to find additional information. My car will need 23 gallons of gas, so let's just continue the pattern until we get to 23 gallons. Every time I add another 5 gallons of gas, I will need to add $18. So 10 gallons will cost $36. 15 gallons will cost $54. 20 gallons will cost $72. And 25 gallons will cost $90. From this setup of the table, we can see that 23 gallons is somewhere between 20 and 25 gallons, so the cost will be somewhere between $72 and $90. But we are not able to find the exact price. Even if we turned all of this information into ordered pairs and plotted it on a graph, we still can't get an exact answer. It looks like 23 gallons will cost a little bit over $80. But how do we know for sure? How many dollars? How many cents? For that sort of precision, we're going to need to go back to our table, but use a slightly different approach. Instead of counting up from 5 gallons, we're going to count back. We know that 5 gallons of gas costs $18. But that didn't help us get to 23 gallons. So let's use a number that will. Can we figure out how much 1 gallon of gas will cost? We can divide the cost of 5 gallons, $18, up into 5 equal parts to find the cost of each gallon. For this, I recommend using a calculator. 18 divided by 5 equals 3.6. We can add that into our table. And now we could think about the best approach to reach our target of 23 gallons. We could add 1 gallon at a time. Every time we add a gallon, we need to add $3.6, or $3.60. Keep repeating this process until reaching 23 gallons. 2 gallons costs $7.2. 3 gallons costs $10.8. 4 gallons costs $14.4. 5 gallons, $18. 6 gallons, $21.6. And here's the only downside with counting by ones. It's going to take us a really long time and require a lot of organization. But there are some shortcuts that we can take. Let me outline a few of those approaches. Instead of adding 1 gallon each time, we can work on doubles. If I double the number of gallons each time, the cost will also double. Let's try this out starting at 2 gallons costs $7.2. When I double the number of gallons, I get 4. That means the cost will also double, so it will be 14.4. Let's double each side again. 8, 28.8. 16, 57.6. I can no longer double each side, but I can count up from 16 gallons, adding 1 gallon each time, and $3.6 until I get to 23 gallons. Or if we revisit our initial data, you can begin at 20 gallons, costs $72, and count up by ones from there. In the final approach I'm going to model, I'm going to show how to hit the target of 23 gallons using multiplication and our understanding of math fact families. If we count by 1 gallon all the way until we reach 23 gallons, we're going to need to count by ones 23 times. And every time we count by ones on the gallon side, we're going to need to count by 3.6 on the cost side. That means we're going to have to count by 3.6 23 times. According to my calculator, that equals 82.8. And that seems very reasonable given our earlier estimation. And by the way, this same approach would have worked given the original information, 5 gallons and $18. We're going to need to use our understanding of math fact families to figure out how many times we need to count by 5 to land on 23. We know if we count by 5 4 times, we get to 20. If we count by 5 5 times, we get to 25. So we need to think 5 times what equals 23. To solve for the question mark, we can divide 23 by 5. That equals 4.6. So we're going to need to count by 5 gallons 4.6 times. Therefore, we'll also need to count by 18 4.6 times. And 18 times 4.6 is 82.8, same as before. Try this one on your own, using the strategy that you liked best. You may use a calculator. Pause the video, and then play it to check your work. I will outline one possible approach that can lead to a solution. Starting with 8 blocks weigh 12 pounds, I will figure out how much 1 block weighs by dividing the weight of the blocks into 8 equal parts. 12 divided by 8 equals 1.5. I can now find the weight of 28 blocks by multiplying 1.5, the weight of each block, times 28. That equals 42 pounds.